We are live. We are live. Welcome to college football's watch party. Peek around the corner with your host, Greg Flugar. We cover everything in college football, and that includes spring football watch parties because we love everything in football, and that includes spring football watch parties. Welcome into the studio that sits on the corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kurt Gowdy Avenue. Welcome on in. If you love college football the way we love college football, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and share the video with your family and friends. Welcome on in, everybody. This is what we do throughout this season. We try to capture some big games, some interesting games during the season. Watch parties. I usually do about 4 or 5 Minnesota Golden Gophers watch parties, and then the rest of them are for the rest of college football. Last year we did the Colorado spring football game. This year we're going to be doing North Carolina State. I'm going to be out of town next weekend. The weekend after that we'll probably do the Michigan game. North Carolina State is on ACC Network. So if you got the channel, just watch it along with us. Put down your comments in the comment section below the video, or you can talk about anything you want in college football. I'm going to have the phone lines open. Not right now, but I'm going to put them on open here as we get into the spring football game. Red versus white at Carter-Finley Stadium, North Carolina State. The Wolfpack. They are a tantalizing team. Very tantalizing. I think that is the word. A couple years ago, I got burned on North Carolina State. When they brought in Devin Leary, I thought that was the answer to everything. And I got burned. I think I'm going to get burned again. I think I'm going to have North Carolina State finish way up there in the ACC. But it's more than just bringing in Grayson McCall, the transfer from Coastal Carolina. They brought in a lot of guys. The kickoff, they've kicked it off. Red and white football game. Of course, there's no return in a spring football game. We're going to be watching Grayson McCall. He's coming out, number 2. Grayson McCall. We got a lot to talk about the Wolfpack. Grayson McCall threw for just over 10,000 yards at Coastal Carolina. Completed 69.9% of his passes. Like 88 touchdowns, only 14 interceptions, something like that. A spectacular career at Coastal Carolina. It reminds me of the Sam Hartman situation. They're running that ball. Is that Jordan Waters? Big gain. That might be Jordan Waters. It is Jordan Waters, the transfer from Duke. That's number 7. For whatever reason, my caption should be working, and it's not. Obviously, I can't have the volume on, but I can't even seem to get the closed caption working. That is an absolute buzzkill. I don't know if it's God. Yeah, so I don't know why it's not working. It might be the ACC network. I can't get closed caption the work on the ACC network. Hand off again. I believe that's to Jordan Waters. Anyways, so we all know about Grayson McCall. Incredible career at Coastal Carolina. Robert Anae, the offensive coordinator. North Carolina State's quarterback situation last year. Man, I love Waters. I love them at Duke. Loved him at Duke. Loved him against Clemson and Notre Dame. And now he's with North Carolina State. This is just one of the reasons why the Wolfpack are tantalizing. I'm going to fall into the trap. I'm definitely going to fall into the trap. But we've got a lot to talk about. First of all, third down for Grayson McCall. Red versus white. He's quarterback in the red. I'm guessing Raphael is on the white team. He's the running back for pass complete. I don't know who that is. Is that I have no idea who that is. They're giving the list of the transfers, the key transfer players on the offensive side of the ball. We're going to be going over some of that. But anyways, the quarterback position last year for North Carolina State. Look, Brennan Armstrong, they brought him over from Virginia, transfer. I thought that Brennan Armstrong would probably do okay if he had the better, because supposedly North Carolina State was going to have a better offensive line than the dreadful offensive lines that Virginia Cavaliers had for Brennan Armstrong. Brennan Armstrong did not play well. They brought in M.J. Morris. You remember M.J. Morris? They brought him in for 4 games, but then suddenly, quarterback M.J. Morris is, that is a big game. That's a big, down to the 4-yard line. Red is about to punch it in. First and goal at the 4. M.J. Morris said, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to play another game. I don't want to burn my red shirt. Touchdown! Touchdown! Grayson McCall. Holy smokes.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
First drive of the red versus white spring football game. Grayson McCall, the transfer, drives red all the way down the field. They score. Okay. Now my closed caption is working. Anyways, MJ Morris says, I'm good. So he transfers at the end of the year. He goes and transfers. He didn't want to burn his red shirt. So then North Carolina State had to put Brendan Armstrong back in. So the whole thing went pear-shaped. This year, they brought in Grayson McCall, incredible career at Coastal Carolina. Looks like they're going for 2. They're going for 2. Or did they? Oh, I guess that wasn't a touchdown. There must have been a penalty. It's 3rd and goal. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. And they stuffed him. They stuffed him. It's 4th and goal. Okay. My apologies. 4th and goal. So, anyway, the quarterback position, Grayson McCall. Now, they did, I know this because I was following the recruiting battle of this. Cedric Bailey, quarterback, true freshman this year. I do not know if he's an early enrollee. So if there's a Wolfpack fan in the chat room, let us know in the chat if Cedric Bailey, high 3-star quarterback, he committed to North Carolina State, but I don't know. Touchdown! Touchdown! There we go.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Now, I got to see who that number 15 is. I don't know who that cat is that just scored that touchdown. Oh, that's Justin Jolly. Okay. Well, let's talk about Justin Jolly. Let's talk about Justin Jolly. North Carolina State, again, we at the beginning of this red and white football game, they are tantalizing. Justin Jolly's just another guy that they brought in from UConn. He caught over 50 passes last year. He's his tape, he looks real good. There he just, man, he looks athletic. And that play right there, Grayson McCall to Jolly, look, you could be seeing that a lot this year for the Wolfpack. Yeah, look at him. I mean, Wolfpack are very, very, very tantalizing this year. Okay, so we've talked about Grayson McCall. We've talked about Jordan Waters, right? Had over 800 yards for Duke, 5.4 yards per rush. We've talked about Justin Jolly, who just scored a touchdown, transfer from UConn. Was a great play for UConn last year with 50, I don't know how many touchdowns, maybe 9 or 10 touchdowns, over 50 catches. Now, last year, one of the problems, many of the problems for North Carolina State was their wide receiver room. It was bad. It was bad. It was weak. It was not good. Beyond Kevin Concepcion, the Wolfpack had nobody that could help out the quarterback position that was also struggling. Kevin Concepcion was the offense from the wide receiver room. Over 70 catches, over 800 touchdowns. So North Carolina State, they went in the transfer portal. And I'm hoping we see some action from these guys, because they showed a whole lot of talent. They're big time recruits out of high school, like Noah Rogers. Noah Rogers went to Ohio State Buckeyes. The Scarlet and Gray game is next Saturday. Unfortunately, I will be out of town. I'm out of town next weekend, so I won't be covering that game. Noah Rogers, who went to the Buckeyes, he transferred after his true freshman season. Now he's back home with North Carolina State. They're expecting big things from Noah Rogers here. The white team is on. I do not know. We'll figure out who they're... I don't know who the quarterback is. I'm looking for Cedric Bailey. I'm hoping he plays some. But he might not. He might not even... Anyways, Ryan Willie, the evil badger. I think they should take all the ACC litigation to federal court. I'm not staying long. Thank you, Ryan Willie. Thank you for your super chat. I do appreciate your continued generosity. They might have to do that if Judge Cooper in Leon County says, no, I think this is the venue here in Tallahassee, in Leon County. But I don't know that. I don't know if he's going to do that. But if he does that, that's a broken tackle. That's a broken tackle. If he does that, then maybe it does get to federal court. But we're going to have to wait and see what it looks like on April 9th. We're going to be covering it live. The pleadings being in April 9th, going to be being discussed in front of Judge Cooper. Then we'll see Judge Cooper's ruling, hopefully within a week after April 9th. I do appreciate super chat, Ryan Willie. Hold on one second. So that is Cedric Bailey. That is Cedric Bailey running all over the place. Holy smokes. Number 16, Cedric Bailey. I was hoping we'd see him today. He just had another big game on the ground. The White has tied this up. Red 7. Wow, Cedric Bailey. That's a true freshman, ladies and gentlemen. That's a true freshman. I was hoping we'd see him. And we saw him early. The starting quarterback for the White team. Wow. Touchdown. Holy smokes.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Okay, more on the North Carolina State Wolfpack. So, Kevin Concepcion was basically their only wide receiver with any production. So they got Noah Rogers in the transfer portal. North Carolina State, the hometown football team, was in the recruiting battle with the Buckeyes, but the Buckeyes won the battle. Noah Rogers decided to go in the transfer portal after his true freshman season, and now he's with North Carolina State. Can North Carolina State, Dave Doran, and Robert Anae, can they develop him? Are we going to see much of Noah Rogers this year? I'm guessing the Wolfpack fans are hoping that they do see him. And then we talked about, of course, Justin Jolly. And then Dalen Smothers, what we're going to call him by his nickname, Hollywood Smothers, because we love nicknames here at Peek Around the Corner. The fat guy from Minnesota loves nicknames. So Hollywood Smothers, again, hometown product, goes to Oklahoma. But, again, doesn't stay long at Norman. He goes to the portal, and now he's with North Carolina State, the running back. So we've got Hollywood Smothers, running back, transferred from Oklahoma. We got Noah Rogers transferring from Ohio State, both going to North Carolina State. And we don't know. We don't know if they're just going to be not productive players or they're going to live up to the hype, live up to the high school recruiting. But we're going to find out at North Carolina State Carter-Finley Stadium. Hopefully they'll play some here in 2024. And of course, their running back, last year, they had Michael Allen and Kendrick Raphael. As to basically by the middle of the season, they were the guys with running with the rock. Michael Allen decided to go in the transfer portal. Kendrick Raphael, a physical dude, breaks a lot of tackles for the Wolfpack. It looks like, he beat out Michael Allen. Michael Allen has a lot of talent, a big high ceiling. But he decided to transfer. And I believe he ended up with UNLV. But Kendrick Raphael, now with him and Jordan Waters, man, you've got two very physical running backs for the Wolfpack. Completion, Grayson McCall. I got to figure out who that cat is. Hold on. Kendrick Raphael just got his McCall completed a pass to him. Number 8. Thackeray Collins. Okay, it's Collins. Okay, number 4 is Collins. He's had a couple grabs. Okay. Do you think we could ever see exhibition games in spring games? I used to think that we would, but not anymore. At least not until we're not going to see exhibition games between two different programs until these players are signed to a contract, because there are teams watching this game. After this game on April 16th, there are going to be some Wolfpack players going into the portal. Or they're going to be, and there's no rules right now. There's no guardrails. So some of these players could be getting a call right after the game. Right? Uh-oh, we got an injury. Ankle injury. Number 27. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get games between two different programs until these players are under contract, so they know they won't get poached. And even then, maybe not. But DP, I didn't know people watched North Carolina State football. We watch everything here at Peek Around the Corner. Everything. We cover everything, and we've been telling you that. We cover everything. I have not heard that Oregon is apparently finalizing a deal to hire Arizona State coach Rashad Samples. You know what? I might have seen that. Boiler up, baby. Oh boy, the Purdue Boilermakers. Wolfpack. Big night tonight for the Final Four teams. Big night tonight. Oregon is another team that's always good. They've got Dante Moore sitting in the quarterback 2 position behind Dylan Gabriel. They got to play more some football this year, right? They got to develop him for 2025. Oregon's going to be very good this year. Grayson McCall, now he has looked great in this spring football game. They're interviewing Aiden White. They're interviewing Aiden White, the cornerback, North Carolina State. A lot of new offensive players for the Wolfpack this year. Jordan Waters, Noah Rogers, Justin Jolly. McCall back to pass. Incomplete. Just missed him. He was going after Justin Jolly, the tight end, the mobile tight end, far corner of the end zone, going to the far cone, the right side, just missed him. Man, that tight end, Justin Jolly. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. He here again, a guy who, oh, look at that pass. First down. North Carolina State. The red team, Grayson McCall just threads the needle. Wow.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
This is what you wanted to see, right, Wolfpack fans? This is what you wanted to see. First and goal, Grayson McCall, a legend at Coastal Carolina. One more year of eligibility, goes to North Carolina State, and he is throwing dimes. Tantalizing. I know I'm getting sucked in. I'm getting sucked in like I did 2 years ago when they got Devin Leary. But he couldn't stay healthy and things went pear-shaped for the Wolfpack. But 2024, Greg the Heater's going to have North Carolina State near the top of the ACC. Let's take a look. Second and goal. Second and goal. Got nothing there. This is the North Carolina State football schedule. We got a third and goal. Third and goal. McCall shotgun snap. Ooh, completes it, but he got stopped. It's fourth and goal at the 3-yard line. And North Carolina State, the red team looks like they're going to kick a field goal. So we got the red and white spring game, which we're covering here in a watch party here at PATC. Then the Catamounts of West Carolina, North Carolina State Wolfpack versus the Catamounts. Then we've got this big game September 7th. Right? Charlotte, North Carolina. Neutral site. Charlotte, North Carolina. You're going to have Nico. Nico, a redshirt freshman. All the talent in the world, all the hype in the world. But this is going to be his first year starting as a college, being a starter at the beginning of the year. Against Grayson McCall, who's thrown over 10,000 yards at Coastal Carolina. Tennessee Volunteers is going to be they're going to have one of the best defensive lines in the nation. The best defensive line that Grayson McCall will probably play during the season. No offense to anybody else, but Tennessee's D-line is absolutely legit. It's the strength of the team. And then after that game is the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs at Clemson. North Carolina State at Clemson, September 21st. And then they got Northern Illinois, Wake Forest at home, Syracuse at home. They go out to California, Stanford at home, Duke, Georgia Tech, North Carolina. They do not play Florida State. They do not play Miami. They do not play SMU. They can make hay with this schedule. Tennessee, Clemson. But after that, they're going to be favored in almost every one of these games, if not every one of these games. Beyond Tennessee and Clemson, at North Carolina. We'll see what's happening there at that time. They got, they got Duke at home. So, again, there's no question about it. There's no question about it. I am being sucked in by the North Carolina State Wolfpack team. I'm being sucked in. I think I'm going to have them up at the top. Not at the top, but near the top of the ACC. I'll take Michigan's D-line over Tennessee. Go blue, baby. Well, that might be the case. You probably have the best defensive tackle in the nation. But the best defensive line that North Carolina State is going to play. I said Tennessee's one of the better defensive lines in the nation, but the best D-line that North Carolina State is going to play. Advantage, O-line or D-line, I really don't know for North Carolina State. Now, look, North Carolina State's defense under Tony Gibson, the defensive coordinator, the last 5 years have been very good. Even when Peyton Wilson hasn't played for North Carolina State, North Carolina State's defense has been they've been good. At times they've had a punch above their weight. They've been rock solid under Dave Doran, under Tony Gibson, for certain. And he's back, Nick. He's back. Tony Gibson's back. I thought he was going to get a job somewhere after last year. Some different job. I thought he was going to pop up as a head coaching job somewhere, but he didn't. He's staying. But right now in this game, it's advantage the offense over the defense so far. But I don't know enough about the lines to really know what North Carolina State. I'm assuming they have a better D-line than O-line, but we shall see. Last year the D-line was much better than your O-line. Now Cedric Bailey is back in there. He led his team to a touchdown on the first drive. Look at his high school career numbers. Over 9,000 yards passing, over 100 yards, 116 passing TDs. We talked about him right at the start of the game. I said he's the future star, but I didn't know if we were going to see him. I couldn't get any reports of when we were going to see him. We saw him right away. We saw him right away this game. So I think they've got him lined up as QB2 as a true freshman here for North Carolina State. Now he's basically just running the ball. There's no tackling. So when there's no tackling, it's easier for the quarterback to run. But you can see his ability. High 3-star. He's in the shotgun. Pass complete. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 1 maybe. 4th and a half a yard. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Annie, I can't wait for Oregon versus Ohio State. Talking about the O-line versus D-line. Oregon's O-line probably the best in the nation this upcoming year versus Ohio State's D-line, the best in the nation this year. Rock and rant. Most of these schools are not going to put anything major on film during these games. Most important thing is the last scrimmage where the cameras aren't on. Don't want to get scouted by opponents. No question about it. No question about it. Especially in this age where there's no rules, there's no guardrails when it comes to poaching. There's nothing in place. Some of these Wolfpack players are going to get a call after this game. Just like some Miami players are going to get a call after their game. Yeah, it's real vanilla. Real vanilla. But because we are fanatics of college football here at Peek Around the Corner, we always do a couple watch parties, spring football watch parties, every spring, just to get the juices going. They didn't go for it, huh? They punted it. But again, I'm falling, rock and rant, I am falling for North Carolina State. I'm going to have them way up high in the conference. If you look at their schedule, Grayson McCall, Jordan Waters, running back, Kendrick Raphael coming back. Now they need somebody other than Kevin Concepcion at the wide receiver room to produce. They need somebody. Noah Rogers, a transfer from Ohio State, coming back home. We'll see if Hollywood Smothers gets any play. The transfer from Oklahoma coming back home, North Carolina State. But Justin Jolly. Now, again, this is just a spring football game, right? Just a spring football game. It's pretty vanilla, but he was the big time. He played great. He looked great. He was heavily sought after when he went in the portal. The tight end from UConn. And you know what, man? Watching him out here, he looks great. He caught a touchdown pass. They went after him long. They had a deep fly route to him. The pass was incomplete. It was overthrown, but he got separation. He can run. He can play. And so that's what I've seen so far. Number 15 for Red, Justin Jolly, the tight end. Now that was a pass complete to Noah Rogers. That number 5 is Noah Rogers. At Ohio State last year, he did not get I think he came in. I think officially he played a couple games, but he did not get a pass reception. How can they get something out of him? And it's really his it's his redshirt freshman season, but his real first season in college football. Can they get something out of him? The Wolfpack are tantalizing, to say the least. We are still a long way to go as far as predicting this round of conference realignment. The June 30th date is being brought up a lot by people because that's when SMU, California, and Stanford get their voting rights in the ACC. But in my opinion, this is going to be settled. This is going to be the important part of this whole story is what is going on in the courts. I'm really not a believer in these magic wands type of scenarios that people are putting up. But that's just me. We're going to open up the phone lines here. The phone lines are open. 763-260-1333. 763-260-1333. Talking a lot of North Carolina State Wolfpack football. We're doing more than a spotlight on them. We're covering a watch party, red versus white. It's on the ACC network if you want to follow along with us. But you can call in and talk anything college football. Talk about your team, how they're looking in this spring football season. Has there been any key injuries? How's your quarterback looked? Is your wide receivers getting any separation on your defensive backs? Is there any hot rumors on who's going to enter the portal after your spring football practices are done? Give me a call. Let me know. Let it rip. Talk about anything in college football that you want to talk about. 763-260-1333. What's up, Congo? That's why we talk, we've been talking college football here for the last month. We've been talking football. North Carolina State. It's hard to keep track of all the transfers. There it is. McCall. The Rogers. Grayson McCall. The Noah Rogers. Uh-oh. I am being sucked in. I am officially being sucked in to this North Carolina State team. They had nothing in the wide receiver room last year except for Kevin Concepcion. That's got to excite Wolf. I know the Wolfpack fans are excited about the basketball team, DJ Burns, and everything else that's going on. I get it. Boom! Concepcion. Kevin Concepcion. McCall to Concepcion. Wow. I'm telling you. There's a flag on the field. Greg, you're going to miss one amazing spring game next Saturday with Ohio State with all the talent. Yep, I'm going to miss it. I think the big news coming out of that spring football game, Expedition Greg, is what quarterback is going to go in the portal. There is no way that somebody's not jumping into the portal. And I think it's going to be Kleinholz. It's got to be Kleinholz. I think so. I don't think Devin Brown, Sand, of course, is not going. Nolan's not going to go in there. Of course, Will Howard's not going to go in there. It's got to be Kleinholz, right? And if he goes in there, he's the kid from South Dakota. I think Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Iowa, Minnesota. I think those are the schools that are going to be giving Kleinholz a call. What do you think? Give me a call, 763-260-1333. Again, he's not in the portal. He's an Ohio State Buckeye. But somebody's got to go in the portal out of the Ohio State Buckeyes quarterback room. Not all of them are going to be. There's just no way. I don't know. I think he'd be pretty good, though. I mean, he's got the footwork, that's for sure. He's got the quick feet. Will you be in Michigan for the Minnesota versus Michigan? No. No, I won't be going to Ann Arbor. I will be in the studio. I will be doing a watch party. For the little brown jug. Let me ask you a question, Congo. Who's going to be touchdown Jordan Waters? You know what? I'm all in, baby. I'm all in on the Wolfpack. I am. How can you not be? How? Concepcion, Waters, Rogers, Jolly, McCall, are you kidding me? How can you not over... I don't know how you can... Okay, what is... Hold on. Let's take a look here. Do we have a Tennessee? No, we don't. How about the ACC? There we go. Okay. North Carolina State's win total 8.5. North Carolina State's win total is 8.5 at FanDuel. Oh boy, that's pretty. I mean, they also understand the situation here. I thought maybe that'd be a little bit lower and I would jump all over that baby, but 8.5 with that schedule. Louisville, Miami, Florida State, Clemson, North Carolina. Should they be in that same grouping? They got their great running back coming back, but they're losing their great quarterback. North Carolina State, 8.5. I'd still go over on that. Wolfpack over 8.5. SMU 7.5. Virginia Tech 7.5. Virginia Tech is also another. Boy, the ACC is going to be a lot more interesting this year than last year. Now, last year, PATC, we predicted Florida State to win the ACC. We nailed it. This year, right now, we got Florida State just a touch ahead of Miami and Clemson and North Carolina State. But I don't know, man. I might be changing all this. We'll see what happens. We got the third string quarterback in. Give me a call. Phone line's open. 763-260-1333. Talk about anything college football. Talk about your team in the spring game. I know everybody's getting ready to watch the Final Four. We decided to pop in here early this afternoon to watch some football watch party on the ACC network. Red 17, white 17. Here's the schedule again. Tennessee Volunteers, that is at a neutral site in Charlotte, North Carolina. Nico versus Grayson McCall. At Clemson. And then every other game, I think they're going to be favored. Except for maybe at North Carolina. They might be going here, guys. They might be going to the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina for the ACC championship game. The Wolfpack might get there. Last year was Louisville versus Florida State. This year might be North Carolina State versus Florida State. Yeah, Noel Rogers got a couple pass completions. Won a big one. Got major separation. And McCall hit him in stride. Noel Rogers went to the Buckeyes in a big recruiting battle. North Carolina State lost in that battle, but got him back home. North Carolina State was his home team. Rogers has come back. He's looked pretty good. Here's a flea flicker. McCall, Justin Jolly, first down, 10-yard line. Are you kidding me? McCall, the Jolly, you're going to hear that over and over again. If you got the ACC network, and if you're not watching the Grayson McCall Jolly show, you're missing something. Look at that guy. Jolly is going to have a huge year for the Wolfpack. Huge. You know what? I'm taking the Wolfpack to beat Tennessee. Touchdown. Touchdown. Raphael, touchdown.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm taking the Wolfpack to beat Tennessee in Charlotte, North Carolina. SMU might be good over bet, actually. Yes, their schedule is, we've looked at it on a live show. SMU, yes. I would go over on SMU as well. That's 7.5. I think that's going to fall. SMU's schedule is very, very favorable to the Mustangs. But I'm all in on the Wolfpack. I don't know what it's going to take me to predict them to win the ACC championship, but I'm all in. I'm all in, baby. I've seen enough. Wolfpack going at least 10-2. Ryan Willie, thank you so much for your generosity. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I'm upset that Fickle isn't focusing on in-state recruiting, losing in-state recruits to Penn State, and they lost one to Minnesota, by the way. Notre Dame and the hated Gophers is totally unacceptable. Yeah, well, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know. It's early yet. I mean, it is early. It's Wisconsin used to never lose big time in-state guys to anybody, but everything has changed. You know, with this NIL, it's hard to really it's really hard to gauge, honestly. But anyways, it's frustrating, but welcome to Minnesota. We lose our top guys all the time. But Fickle, it's early yet. It's early for Fickle. Second year, it's still early. You got to give them at least 2 years. They, as you know this, Ryan Willie, Fickle has changed a lot in Madison. So you got to give him a decent runway. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your generosity. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Evil Badger, Ryan Willie. NC State to the Big 12, please. Chief fan wants the Wolfpack. No, I look. You might be messing around with me, but I'm a believer. I'm not quite willing to go that far. I'm not willing to be that much of a schmuck. I'm not willing to be that much of a naive person watching a spring football game. But at the beginning of the spring football game, I said they're tantalizing. I really like them. I'm going to have them predicted way up in the conference, standings. And I'm sorry, but if now I don't know how many people are actually watching this. Maybe nobody. But look, Justin Jolly, I'm sorry. He's the real deal Holyfield. And you know what you can tell in these games? Grayson McCall, been around forever, over 10,000 yards passing Coastal Carolina. You can tell who he's comfortable throwing to. You can tell who he wants to throw to. And it's Justin Jolly. And Noah Rogers. But Justin Jolly. And the Concepcion, he's ready to go. Of course he is. He's got over 70 catches last year. I'm just saying, man. With Raphael and then Jordan Waters, come on. This team is going to... They couldn't score. The offense last year. This year, And if North Carolina State has the defense this year, as they've had over the last few years, Tony Gibson coming back. I know they lost Peyton Wilson. No, this team, sure, they can make it to the ACC championship game. Well, I tell you what, it has not been a frozen tundra this year. This is the most mild winter in my lifetime. But yes, it's a tough winter, no question about it. And it's a long one. Hummus Hero, I think the ACC is going to be competitive. 4 or 5 teams have a chance to win the league. I'm with you, man. I am with you. I'm with you. Let's see if there's any reporting going on in the college football world here. I'm guessing everything's pretty quiet, right? You've got your Final Four. Don't you? Is there WrestleMania? Does that starts tonight, right? Let me know yes or no if WrestleMania starts tonight. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So tonight and tomorrow. So, God, Concepcion. Look at him. Look at him! Man, I shouldn't be watching this anymore. I should not be watching this anymore. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to pick the Wolfpack to win the ACC championship. I'm going to do something stupid. I know I am. You guys know I am too. They did exactly what they needed to do in the portal. Okay, so you got WrestleMania tonight and tomorrow. You got the Final Four tonight. So yeah, not a whole lot of people are talking about spring football today. But because we're a little crazy here, we're talking spring football. Give me a call. The phone line's open. 763-260-1333. You can talk about the court cases. You can let me know what you're expecting on Tuesday in Leon County in front of Judge Cooper. The pleadings, going to be talking about the pleadings back and forth, the Florida State lawyers. Cedric Bailey, back to pass, touchdown to Noah Rogers. Is that Rogers? Maybe it may not be Rogers, but it was Bailey, baby.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
No, it was not the Rogers.
Touchdown!
Cedric Bailey, he's the guy. He's the future. Number 16. He's going to be QB2 behind Grayson McCall. It was Grimes that scored it. Receiver from last year, too. They're all locked in. The Wolfpack are locked in at quarterback. Grayson McCall, and then for 2025, the keys get turned over to Cedric Bailey. Ooh. Santana Moss. DP, North Carolina State's actually good enough to win the league. Greg, you're off the Christmas card list. This is the year for my Tigers. Sorry, man. Well, I haven't made my predictions yet. I haven't made them yet. Clemson, they're having a spring football game. In fact, they're pretty much probably just finished. Clemson had their spring football game starting at 1 o'clock Eastern. North Carolina State at 2 o'clock Eastern. So I can go, I'm going to, right now, I'll go see the reports on Clemson's spring football game. Let's do that. Let's see if we can find anything out here. I think I'm correct on that, right? Let's see if I can see any reports on the spring football game. Give me a moment here. Give me a moment. Hold on. I guess I got to log in here. I don't know why. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Clemson's spring football game. Dabo was honored on the field as the all-time winningest coach in Clemson history. Christopher Vizina and the White will start with the ball. I'm just going to call him Viz, V-I-Z-Z. I did not do good. Klubnik's pass was deflected and almost interception. The offense looks terrible. Great throw by Vizina. Is it Vizina? Yaheem Lawson looks very quick off the edge. Some great defense. Klubnik did find Antonio Williams. Klubnik is intercepted by Tavoy Fegan, nearly returned as a touchdown. Offense does not look good. Klubnik was nearly intercepted again on third down. Trent Pierman is in at quarterback. The staff writer is saying that Cade looks very bad, very rocky. Klubnik, yikes. Cade Klubnik, 0 improvement. Wow, this one totally pear-shaped. Same old, same old. Trent Pierman to Bryant Wesco Jr. for a 9-yard score. Pierman may be our starter, and Wesco is legit. Pierman is 4 for 4, 52 yards and a touchdown. Christopher Vizina to Jamal Anderson, pick 6. Wow. The quarterback play, backup quarterback is the best. Quarterback play of Clemson besides Pierman has been brutal. Give Cade Klubnik a lobotomy and let a logarithm control his body via Neuralink. That's what the Clemson fans are talking about Klubnik. Cade Klubnik did look great on that drive. No Mafat today, which is expected. Trent Pierman, 49-yard rushing touchdown. Okay, so that's the Clemson spring game. Trent Pierman looks good. Cade Klubnik sounds like he was pretty brutal. I hopefully that kind of covers what Clemson did today in their spring football game. Vazina. It's spelled Vazina? Okay. Thank you, DP. Appreciate it. DP, same crap with our offense. Vazina. Now, is he going to be QB2 or is Pierman going to be QB2? Yeah, and the North Carolina State wide receiver core was brutal last year, besides Concepcion. I think the guy that Grayson McCall is going to go to a lot early in the year is Justin Jolly, though, the tight end. He was a great pickup. Fantastic pickup. But if you're new to the channel or if you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button if you don't like our content. If you do like our content, smash the like button if you do like our content. We're doing a spring football watch party. Nobody else does these. We do them because we're crazy. We're absolutely crazy. I would be doing them if there were 0 people in the chat room. I do appreciate the people who came on in. We've been talking about a lot of football here in March and April. We're getting ready for the early summer where we start really breaking all these teams down in the conference races and make our predictions on the college football expanded playoffs. But we're starting early because there were so many changes going on. North Carolina State, Grayson McCall, back to pass, rolling out to Rogers, Noah Rogers. No, I'm sorry. That was to Collins. I think. Number 4. Whatever. It don't matter. Grayson McCall is a player. He is an absolute player, and he's been wheeling and dealing all day long. Holy smokes. Are you watching this? Are you watching what he's doing? Grayson McCall. Look at him. Look at him. He went to his 4th wide receiver on that dump down. Back to Rogers. Collins to Rogers to Concepcion. Justin Jolly back and forth to Raphael. Are you kidding me? If Grayson McCall, if they can keep him healthy, Vazzini is projected to be 2 or 3. Word is that he's not happy with that development. Dan Mountcastle can't wait to see the Big Ten logo on Oregon, Washington, UCLA football fields. And that probably officially happens on July 1st. Well, they'll have it done, right? They'll have it done in late June, the night of June 30th. They'll have it covered up, and then they'll... Spring is telling lies season in college football. But don't think I've ever seen anyone pouring as much Kool-Aid. Spring is telling lies season in college football. But don't think I've ever seen anyone pouring as much Kool-Aid lies as Greg on a team that's not even his. Yeah, I tell you, when this spring football game started, I warned everybody. I said, this is a team that I'm going to fall for. I've been falling for them. And now I'm just, yeah. Yeah, I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. Isn't it June 1st? It might be, but I think it's July 1st. Okay, so usually the grant of rights, because usually goes to June 30th. Now, if you go look at the Pac-12 or the old Pac-12, if you look at the Pac-12's bylaws, there is something in there that says that grant of rights actually goes to July 31st, August 1st. Something in there. But I think they officially become Big Ten members July 1st. I don't think it's June 1st. Yeah, Big Ten, it should be July 1st. I don't know. Yeah, the Gore, it's weird. The Pac-12's Gore, as stated in their bylaws, is just weird. August 1st. What is your prediction on who plays for the Big Ten championship this year? I can't do it until, well, the Buckeyes are going to be one of the teams, but I don't know who the other team's going to be. I want to see how, the quarterbacks look for Michigan. They got a big quarterback battle, 5 guys battling for QB1 in Ann Arbor. So we're going to look at that April 20th. Penn State, I'm not going to buy this year. I'm not going to buy that stock. I'm not going to buy USC year one. I'm buying Oregon. So Oregon is a threat. But I think most people are going to have the Ducks and the Buckeyes, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Uh-oh, the moderator. Mireya Hernandez Garcia Flugar. Field goal is it good? Field goal is good. Mireya Hernandez ate the last of the steak that was in the fridge. Oh man, Mireya.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer.
Looks like Brother Greg is going hungry tonight. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. USC doesn't have the D to get there. Well, I mean, I don't know how anybody can predict that they will have the defense to get there. In year one in the Big Ten, there's already a big transition period going into the Big Ten. Yes. Not a good. Guard your plate, Mireya. Well, it sounds like she already ate it. You notice she did not tell me. See, sorry, Greg, I ate the steak. She did not tell me when I'm doing this watch party, spring football watch party, the only college football YouTube channel that's doing a spring football watch party, breaking down the North Carolina State Wolfpack. You notice how I come into the studio working hard, and then she eats it while I'm in here. I can't see her. Well, usually I can smell something, but I couldn't smell anything. And then she tells me afterwards that she ate the steak. Unbelievable. Daniel Montecastle, USC has made some moves on the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they've been active. No question about it. Am I going out for dinner tonight? If I am, I'm going alone, Danielle. If I'm going out tonight, I am going alone. The fat guy from Minnesota. Going to clean out some buffet without the wife watching. That's exactly what's going to happen. Daniel Montecastle, would it be something to see Oregon and USC play for the Big Ten championship in year one? Well, I got to tell you, look, it's a tradition here at Peek Around the Corner when we're doing a watch party during the regular season. As many of you have been in here watching us, if it's a good game, a competitive game, a fascinating game, in the middle of the third quarter, we play the mariachi music. Now, this is not a close game here, red versus white. It's like 34-7. But after watching Grayson McCall, after watching the transfer from Connecticut to tight end Justin Jolly, Jordan Waters, Raphael the running back, Noah Rogers, are you kidding me? Concepcion, the great wide receiver from last year, the Wolfpack, I'm all in, baby. And that calls for us to play our traditional middle of the third quarter watch party music, mariachi. Let's go! The Wolfpack. They're going to be a threat, baby. They're going to be a threat. Chinese buffet, whatever, and I'm going to clean it out, DP. I'm going to clean it out. The fat guy from Minnesota is going to get even, well, there she is. She's dancing. She's dancing. The Flugar household commissioner is in hot water. Larry Scott strikes again. Mid-air's expansion. All this food's got me hungry. Okay, so look, we've been on the air for an hour and 30 minutes. We're gonna close it up here. They're talking basketball on the station. I think they're all done with the football game. It happened. It happened. And I said it at the beginning of this watch party. I was ready to buy in, all in on the North Carolina State Wolfpack. And I'm all in. I'm all in. I know a lot of you didn't watch ACC Network. I know spring football games, you cannot pour the Kool-Aid over your head, pour a little bit of gasoline and light it on match. You cannot do that. But I did. I did. Grayson McCall is going to have an incredible season. He's got the weapons. Justin Jolly, the tight end, you're going to hear that name over and over and over and over again during the season. North Carolina State Wolfpack's football schedule, neutral game, Tennessee and Charlotte. They got to play at Clemson, but beyond that, baby, they avoid Florida State. They avoid playing Miami. Every other game, they're going to be a favorite. And I think, except for maybe that road game late in the season at North Carolina, maybe, possibly, but I don't know. North Carolina State's going to be in the thick of it. And I'm all in on it. I'm all in on it, baby. I'm all in. DP says North Carolina State's easy Monday night in basketball. Thanks for the new show, Greg. I appreciate it. Daniel Montecastle, Purdue, and UConn. Everybody's talking basketball. That means it's time for me to leave. So before you leave, this college football's Peek Around the Corner Rebel Outpost football channel, before you leave, make sure you've subscribed, have your notifications on for our show. We're going to be coming on live a lot this coming up week. A lot of drama this week in college football. April 9th, Tuesday, Leon County, Florida State versus ACC. We're going to be covering it live right here. So join us, subscribe, have your notifications on, and smash that like button if you liked our content. I appreciate the donations, the people in the chat. Nobody gave me a phone call. That's okay. That's okay. Thanks, Greg. Get me some food. Well, there's no food in the house. I know that. There's no food in the house because of the moderator, the one who rules with an iron fist. Mireya, Hernandez, Garcia, Vargas, Rojas, Flugar. Holy smokes. Until next time, from all of us at PATC, to all of you, please you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.